Ladies, Evangelia, look up here. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay, with that, the clock can start now. 35 minutes from now, we're going to be all done. That being said, I want to bring up the president of the Pan-Cypriot Association of Florida, Angela Georgiadis.
Reverend Father, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Pan-Cypriot Association of Florida, I am delighted to have you here to participate and share our annual Person of the Year banquet.
Okay, our next speaker is a beautiful young lady who is the General Counsel of Greece, Adamandia Glotsa.
Όπως και κάθε χρόνο είναι ιδιαίτερη χαρά και συγκίνηση για μένα να βρίσκομαι ανάμεσα στους Κυπρίους αδελφούς αλλά και σε πολλούς Ελλαδίτες που ήρθαμε για να τιμήσουμε την Κύπρο σήμερα. Γιατί αυτό κάνουμε, στα πρόσωπά σας τιμούμε την Κύπρο. Θα ήθελα να ευχαριστήσω πολύ την Παγκύπρια Ένωση Φλόριδας και την πρόεδρό της, την κυρία Άτζελα Γεωργιάδη, για την οργάνωση της σημερινής εκδήλωσης. Είναι πολύ συγκινητικό το γεγονός ότι έχουν έρθει Κύπροι από το Νιου Τζέρσι, ο κύριος Κρίστοφερ, θρυλική μορφή, τιμά πάντοτε την εκδήλωση με την παρουσία του, ο κύριος Τσέντας από την Ομοσπονδία των Κυπριακών Οργανώσεων. Όλοι αυτοί με την παρουσία τους εδώ δείχνουν αυτό που χαρακτηρίζει τους Κυπρίους, την ενότητα που έχετε μεταξύ σας, το γεγονός ότι υποστηρίζετε ο ένας τις προσπάθειες του άλλου και δεν μπορεί να γίνει και διαφορετικά τη στιγμή που το νησί εδώ και τόσα χρόνια αντιμετωπίζει αυτό το βασικό πρόβλημα. Σήμερα συγκεντρωθήκαμε εδώ για να τιμήσουμε τον κύριο Ευριπίδη και την κυρία Ευαγγελία Κόντου. Νομίζω ότι στο πρόσωπό τους συμπυκνώνονται οι αρετές των Κυπρίων και γενικότερα των Ελλήνων. Βρέθηκαν στους τροχούς της ιστορίας και παρόλα αυτά δεν λύγησαν. Ήρθανε στις Ηνωμένες Πολιτείες, δημιούργησαν μια καινούρια ζωή. Μπορούμε να πούμε ότι μεγαλούργησαν σε αυτή την καινούρια ζωή και χωρίς όμως να ξεχάσουν ποτέ τις ρίζες τους, να ξεχάσουν ποτέ την καταγωγή τους. Αγωνίστηκαν για το κυπριακό ζήτημα, για την ένωση της Κύπρου όλα αυτά τα χρόνια και παράλληλα ανέπτυξαν μία δραστηριότητα στον τομέα της φιλανθρωπίας που δεν μπορεί παρά να προκαλεί τον θαυμασμό μας. Με τον τρόπο αυτό έθεσαν ένα παράδειγμα για τις επόμενες γενιές που όλοι πρέπει να ακολουθήσουμε. Θα ήθελα λοιπόν να τους απευθύνω τα θερμά μου συγχαρητήρια για ένα έργο ζωής που κάνανε, διότι στο πρόσωπό τους έδειξαν τις αρετές του ελληνικού πνεύματος με την ευρύτερη έννοια, την υπομονή, την εφευρετικότητα, το ότι δεν διστάζουμε μπροστά στις δυσκολίες, ότι αγωνιζόμαστε πάντα και πάντα τα καταφέρνουμε. Η Κύπρος τα καταφέρνει, το Μάρτιο βγαίνει από το μνημόνιο, αυτό δείχνει όλες αυτές τις αρετές που έχετε ως λαός, που έχουμε οι Έλληνες ως λαός, να μην λυγίζουμε μπροστά στις δυσκολίες και να τις ξεπερνάμε πάντα. Ας ελπίσουμε ότι την ίδια ευτυχή κατάληξη θα έχει και το κυπριακό ζήτημα με την Ένωση της Κύπρου στο τέλος. Θα ήθελα να σας μεταφέρω, όπως πάντα, την αγάπη και την υποστήριξη του ελληνικού λαού σε όλους σας. Σας ευχαριστώ πολύ και σας εύχομαι κάθε πρόοδο και κάθε επιτυχία.
I just want to say to you in Evangelia, okay? From the time I came here to Florida, which was nearly 10 years ago, you have always been there. Any meeting, anything we needed a float, you were there. You always supported the Pan-Cypriots of Florida. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. If everybody was like you, Cyprus would be free. Thank you. The next person also contributes a lot. He's going to introduce Evripidi's Kontos. He's got an introduction in his mind that he never works from notes, by the way. This is amazing. We go to Washington, wherever we go, he never has notes on him. He remembers everything in his head, and he inspires us. And I just want to say this. I want to thank this next person, which is Philip Christopher, for keeping the flame of the torch brightly lit to shed light on the struggle for all Cypriots to achieve freedom and justice. He keeps it alive. He inspires he inspires us. He is the leader. So with that, I want to bring up, I promised I wouldn't give a big introductions. I gave a little shorty today. So Philip, come on up.
Round of applause for our Master of Ceremonies. I gained about 20 pounds since I started smoking. That makes me heavyweight. Reverend Fathers, Consul General of Greece, Mr. Tsendas, President of the Cyprus Federation of America, a federation that started back in 1953, and people like Garis Dimitriou and Evris Kontos were part of it, and the Cyprus Federation is still alive. I wanted to thank particularly Kostas Tsendas because this is his last term as president. In March, he will relinquish the presidency. And I just want to say that he worked very, very hard, and we are very grateful to Kostas Tsendas. Give him a round of applause. I want to particularly to thank the presidents of the chapters that are here. But first, beginning with your own president, Angela Georgiadis, who has been doing a great job. Angela is very dedicated and very committed. And Angela, we thank you so much for all the work that you do on behalf of the Pan-Cyprian Association. And I also wanted to thank the two founders of the Pan-Cyprian Association of Florida that are here, Dinos Konstantinou and Marios Konstantinou, who are always here with us. From our chapters, I wanted to thank Peter Lucas, President of Asgata, Stavros Kamilaris, President of Lambusa, George and Joanna Savidis from Philadelphia, former presidents, thank you so much for being here. And of course, Despina Axiodakis, Secretary of Everyone. A round of applause for Despina as well. I also wanted to recognize that, you know, when you come to Florida, you see some of the old-timers that did so much work in New York and everywhere else, and we always have to recognize them. I always recognize Georgia Post. For many years, she was the director of the Cyprus Children Fund. And her husband, Zeno Post, who takes all the credit that Georgia's work has done. Zenon, it's nice to see you. And of course, Connie Bavlou, a member of the board of directors of the Cyprus Children Fund, that for so many years. From the Pan-Cyprian Association, we have Bobby Christoforou and Sotiroula Garagostas from the Women's Division and the choir of the Pan-Cyprian Association. And Chris Lazaridis, known to all of you from the days of the Cyprus Children Fund and the Pan-Cyprian Association. Before Angela recognized a lot of presidents, I want to thank all the presidents for being here tonight. And of course, the members of the press. I see my good friend, Mr. Marmarinos, who does a good job. And Andreas Hadjioannou, the voice of Cyprus in New York, who's here with us. I know that there's many people that I have to thank, including Mr. Ferrekidis and Dr. Konstantas and Peter Theophanous and all those people that work so hard here. So, well, thank you so much. Let me just say a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, 40 years ago, all of us together, after the invasion of Cyprus, an invasion that took place on July 20th, 1974. As American citizens, we embarked on a journey a journey for freedom, a journey for justice, a journey for human rights. The Greek American community for the past 41 years has been working hand in hand with the Cyprus government, the Greek government, and the Omogένεια to help the Greek Cypriot people to find their freedom. For 41 years, this journey has been going on. Our destination has not changed. Those of you that are disappointed, let me remind you that our destination is Keringia, Apostolos Andreas, Morphou, Garavas, and that's our destination. During this journey for freedom, like Ulysses, who was searching for Ithaca, Ulysses made and faced many obstacles. The obstacles to Ithaca was not easy. It took 10 years. And our journey has been 41 years. And during these 41 years, we have lost some dedicated captains. One such captain was here from Florida, and I want to pay tribute to him tonight, Harry Theophanos. Harry was from Keringia, just like me, and he worked hard for 40 years towards the freedom and justice for Cyprus. I'm glad tonight that we are honoring Evriπίδη Kontos because he's a fighter and one of our captains. He is from Garavas, Cyprus, also an occupied town. And with his wife, Evangelia, during these past 40 years, refugees, both of them, worked very hard to build this company called Kontos Foods. But remember that there's many people in America, and many Greek Americans, that are very successful, but very few for the right reason. Evriπίδη and Evangelia wanted to be successful so they can help our community. They can help the church, they can help our community and our clubs, and most important, to remind everyone that Hellenism and the roots of Hellenism cannot be forgotten. He came from Garavas, he worked hard, he built this company, and he gave back. I want to tell you about Evriπίδη Kontos. When people didn't know what it was to do lobbying, Evriπίδη Kontos and Evangelia were hosting fundraisers in the basement of their house in New Jersey. They were best friends with Congressman Torricelli. They were best friends with the senators and other congressmen. He knew what it was to become part of the American political system. Evriπίδη Kontos, in 1989, I was proud to be with him. We were the first Greek Americans to cross the Green Line, the occupation line. And I know that at that time, the Turkish general looked at my passport and they said, "You are blacklisted and you cannot cross." Evriπίδη Kontos' response was, "If he doesn't go, I don't go, and Congressman Torricelli doesn't go." We visited the limani of Keringia, and I can tell you that he was crying at the time that we were there because we were all depressed to see those occupied areas, to see our churches without the cross, to see the names of our streets changed, to see our cemeteries desecrated. And we as American citizens have to learn and remind everyone. People forget after 40 years. Many people say that there is going to be a solution. I hope there will be a solution. But it is not the Greek Cypriots that committed the invasion. Turkey committed the invasion. Turkey killed 5,000 people. Turkey created the missing. It is Turkey that imported 300,000 Turks from Turkey to change the demographics of the island. Cyprus was Hellenic, it is Hellenic, and it will continue to be Hellenic. I know some people are going to say, these are very good words, Philip, but not reasonable. After 41 years, we have to look for a solution. And I know a few weeks ago when I saw Hillary Clinton and she talked about Cyprus, I spoke to her and I said, Madam Secretary, you were Secretary of State for 4 years. Why did you not help us to get the troops out of Cyprus? So I'm waiting for Gaspilirakis, because you should know that Congressman Gaspilirakis is a champion, and he has been working very hard for us in the United States Congress. We passed legislation so that the Republic of Cyprus can buy arms from the United States. And all of you should know about the tri-party agreement that was just reached, Greece, Israel, and Cyprus, in this new alliance that we've been fighting for so many years. And along with the American Jewish Committee, we're going to continue to fight. So, I know that there is talk about a solution, and I hope there is a solution. But I want you to understand that, at least from my part, I am not ready to compromise those values and ideals that we believe here for the sake of expediency. We have to reach a solution that's going to protect all Cypriots, Greeks, Armenians, Turks, and others to have the same human rights. So my job here tonight with the Gerinia Award, and the Gerinia is a name of a city where I was born, and it carries a special meaning for me because we made some promises to our parents to return back to Gerinia. So I'm very happy tonight that the recipients of this award is Evriπίδη and Evangelia Kontos, who are from the Eparchia Gerinia. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ευριπίδη and Evangelia Kontos, the recipients of the Gerinia Award. So Angela and the Board of Directors of the Pan-Cyprian Association. Along with the Consul General. And George, Commander, please come up here as well. Father. Stavro and Costa Sendas, please. Peter Lucas.
Father.
And we have the two granddaughters of Evriπίδη. Give them a round of applause.
Now, I welcome all of you. I don't remember one by one everybody to welcome, but I remember Philip Christopher's name. I've been with him for many years. Since young boy, Philip, I'm after him. And Chris Christodoulou at that time was his assistant. And he never left me alone. Was coming to my office to talk to me what is the next affair we have to do for Cyprus. And who was the leader? Philip. Philip. I so proud to be from Κυρηνία, επαρχία Κυρηνίας. And I am, είμαστε πατριώτες. Όχι μόνο φίλοι. And I wish another Philippa born in this country to follow the Cyprus issue. Philip, he did a lot for Cyprus, and he doing more every day. But how many years Philip is going to do it?
Not too many more.
Not too many. How many? Not too many more years. So we need another Philip.
No,
somebody.
Not yet.
Not yet. We need another Philip to continue the Cyprus issue, because he was there with every senator, every congressman. A lot of people that don't remember these things, but I do. And we was in Washington. We had one time I had 6 buses full from St. John Theologian to go to, I guess, Kissinger in Washington. And who was the leader? Philip. And let me tell you, when we took Congressman Torricelli to free Cyprus, the issue is going to help us to get Cyprus free. And that's the reason we spend the money to take him to see the Cyprus, occupy Cyprus. And we went to Kyrenias Limani, where Philip was born. And he was standing by and he says, Ευριπίδη, that's where I was born. You know, I was crying with him. Believe me, I don't forget these days. And still, my heart is with him. And I was, believe me, I love you.
I love you too.
I love you. And of course, I want to congratulate all the leaders, the presidents. I don't remember by names everybody, but I welcome all of you and all the people, your leaders for Cyprus. Never die the Cyprus issue. Somebody has to follow it. And I thank you very much for coming, all of you here tonight. Thank you very much.
Μπράβο. Τα είπες όλα πολύ ωραία. Εσύ είσαι καλός ομιλητής, τον συγχαίρω, και εγώ τον πάντοτε όχι τον προωθούσα, τον έκανα support σε ό,τι έκανε, γιατί και εμένα οι δικοί μου οι γονείς ήταν πρόσφυγες από τη Σμύρνη, και η μητέρα μου και ο πατέρας μου, και πάντοτε έλεγαν στον Ευριπίδη, θα περάσουν πολλά χρόνια μέχρι να δείτε κάποια να ακούτε.
Με τα σκυλιά.
Και ο πατέρας μου έλεγε, όχι φιλίες με τα σκυλιά, εννοούσε, ξέρετε, καταλαβαίνετε ποιους εννοούσε. Και σας ευχαριστούμε και οι δυο μας πάρα πολύ για την τιμή που μας δώσατε, που μας δίνετε απόψε. Ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ. Επίσης εδώ είναι και δύο μας μεγαλύτερες από τις 6 εγγονές από το Νιου Τζέρσι. Ήρθαν σήμερα το πρωί. Η Ευαγγελία και η Αφροδίτη. Ευαγγελία και Αφροδίτη, κομμοδρόμος.
Μπράβο. Angela, take the things, put them on the front with you.
Νομίζω ήταν αρκετά αυτά που σας είπα.
Πολύ ωραία, πολύ ωραία, μπράβο. Μπράβο, you did a wonderful job.
Ευαγγελία, Αφροδίτη, ελάτε εδώ. Τι πράγμα.
The 2 granddaughters of the
I forgot to welcome my granddaughters. All my right here.
Ο πατέρας τους και ο νονός τους, ο Ανδρέας Κομμοδρόμος, είναι πολύ ενεργό μέλος στην Ομοσπονδία. Ο Σταύρος Καμιλάρης μπορεί να ονομάσει τι θέση κατέχει και τι δουλειά έχει κάνει. Πρώην πρόεδρος της Ομοσπονδίας, ο Ανδρέας. Αδελφός, μεγαλύτερος αδελφός του Μακαρίτη, του γαμπρού μας, του πατέρα των κοριτσιών.
Can you go in the front over here? In the front. In the front, be in the μπροστά, Ευαγγελία μου. Georgia, the two granddaughters. Tell if you reach, a good friend of Evripidi's. Telly on Zorbas, by the way. Those of you that want to have after hours drinks, help Telly. So tonight, honoring Evripidi's and Evangelia Kontos for their devotion, dedication, and commitment to the Cyprus cause. From Garavas, Cyprus, to New York, the birthplace of democracy and the greatest democracy in the world. Let us all wish that the Pan-Cyprian Association of America, as we honor these two individuals, we will see freedom for Cyprus. Angela, please present the award. Παιδιά, πηγαίνετε μπροστά με την... όλοι οι καραβιώτες εδώ πέρα. Father wants... please go in the front. Κώστα, είσαι και εσύ πρώην πρόεδρος της Λάμπους. Round of applause for Ευριπίδης and Ευαγγελία Κοντός. Freedom for Cyprus. Thank you.
I'm very honored and I'm very obliged to all Cyprians, the president and all the people that work to honor me today. But really, the honor doesn't belong to me. It belongs to my wife, Eva, which is not here tonight because she got sick. And believe me, without her, I would never be where I am today. My best gift in my life was when I got Eva 60 years ago to get married. She helped me a lot. I can't explain you how many things, but she was my right hand and my left hand, all over. So, and the most honors and everything belongs to her. And I'm very sorry tonight to be sick and not to be here. Otherwise, she wanted to be here. She asked me, you want me to go there tonight or you want me to go tomorrow night? I said, no, you come tomorrow night. So that's why I didn't bring it with me, because doesn't feel that good. And I hope it's a better shape tomorrow to bring her over. And I want to thank you, Varnava, you, and all the people, the president, Angela, the Theocharus, Yota, και πολλοί άλλοι, όλο το πώς το λένε, συμβούλιο, το
Pan-Cyprian Association.
Pan-Cyprian Associations, they work so hard to do all this work. And I am very, very much obliged to them, to all of them. And I hope I'll be able to pay back for this. My wife is always honest and straight. And she wanted to do the right thing. She's not a person, she be loud to hear her everybody. Everything she does, he does it quietly and very well. And that help, it was the number one help. It helped me to follow her and do exactly the best way possible for both of us. And we succeed. And I'm very successful in my life. I have wonderful family. I have my family in the company and everybody doing his job. And I'm very, very, very happy the way everything became to have such a good family. It's blessed from God to be that. I was I was a poor boy born in Karavas, Cyprus, and not far west Philip Christopher was born. Kerinya were very neighbors. And that's why I support Philippa from the first day he became in the open. He was 10 years old when I met him, 11, and look at him, what he did for Cyprus. He's the best. I wish we had another Philip Christopher from Cyprus, and then we go to places. Well, I tell you, I came to this country 1949, 19 years old. Of course, I have no education. I didn't finish the Pan-Cyprians. I left in the middle because I work part-time in a bakery. And I learned how to make filo. And I said this is an item to grow it and make it possible to have it every house. And I worked very hard and I developed a machine to make filo, which to make you understand, to make 150 pounds, 8 hours, 10 people by hand. Today, one machine makes 150 pounds an hour. And I put it in different parts of the world, all over. The first one was in Greece, because I saw how they work so hard, how they suffer. And I put in Middle East, I put in Australia, I put in England, Europe, Germany. I put a lot of machines all over in Dubai. I put all over the world. And of course, why I say all these things, I want to show you who helped me to get there. My wife helped me, and I owe everything to her, and she raised me a beautiful family, and I'm very proud of her, and I hope God keep her in good health all the life. I like the people to remember me the way I was, not that I make money. No, I hate that. God helped me to make money. I did the right moves, the right things, He did hard work. But I want him to remember me as I was. I was a very plain boy, and I was together with everybody, and still I am. I work, I make friends. When I make friends, I have it forever. So, as a good explanation, how I love to be that way, you know, to remember me the way I was poor and left, and not now the way I have a car and a house and this and that. I want you to remember me the way I was, and that's the way I loved to go out of this world. Well, I was a hard-working boy. I worked very hard. That's what I stated in the beginning with you. I worked very hard, Barnabas, to this country, and people recognize who I was. I was somebody which I'm going to work, and I'm going to get ahead in my life. And I succeeded in this country. That's all right. I talk about this country all over. I don't want nobody to talk against the United States. The United States is my number 2 country. I live and understand what is going on. There's no other country like the United States. And I want everybody to understand, everybody listen to this, that United States is number 1 in my heart. And the United States, it gave me the opportunity to be who I am today, what I do today. I have 3 children, 2 sons and a daughter, and I have 8 grandchildren, 7 girls and 1 boy. All the time I explain them to be honest and straight and hard workers. And every time they see me, that's my advice I give them. Please be honest, straight, and hard worker. And that's the answer to all these things. That's the truth. There's no other better than that. And of course, you get good education. Education is number 1 thing in a human being. I got the education the hard way, my working hard and all that. I don't want you to be like that. I want him to learn, educated, get degrees, and I have a company which they go in there, all of them, and they have plenty of work for everybody. We need engineers, we need packaging, we need machinery, we need that, this, so it's plenty of work. But I want him to get education. I have 1 granddaughter, is going for mechanical engineer. The other granddaughter, it goes for marketing. I have another one, is going for mechanical, chemical engineer, which all these people is usable in the company. They're all going to help. And I hope my son, he has a better life what I have, working like day and night. And I wish him the best luck to my sons, my daughter, and all my grandchildren. all my children to remember the grandfather and read the story of the grandfather, how difficult it was for him, what he did. And what I want for them by saying get education, I mean to have an easier life. Don't have the life I had, because it was days and nights I never see any one of you. I was working. I went home late, too late, and then I came, and then I went back to the factory to produce, because I have orders to make by hand. So I don't want you to suffer the way I suffer, but I want you to get ahead, and we're going ahead by education. Education is the explanation for everything. And I wish I had what I think now when I was going to gymnasium by Cyprians, and I left it in the middle. I wish I have the brains I have today. I should continue my education, but I did not, because I was from a poor family.
I'm glad Dad's not here. Such a kind human. Thank you, Mr. Christopher.
If he was here, I wouldn't say that.
I think he probably would, though. He said if he was here, he would not say that, but I think Mr. Christopher would. I'm lucky to learn from a good role model like my father. But, you know, we all have it in our hearts to help Kipro, and of course our beloved Elada as well. Just got back from an AOPA meeting in Miami. But I wanted to be here, and of course honor Mr. Kontos as well. We're doing good work up there. Mr. Christopher is the leader, and I don't know if you know this, because we don't brag about things, we just work hard, right? And go on to the next thing. But we got a good amendment in the National Defense Authorization Act, which will begin the process to have the United States sell arms to Kipro, which is a big deal, because Kipro needs to defend itself against its enemies. And just today, the State Department takes credit for this, but give it to Mr. Christopher and all the Cypriots in the United States. But there was a joint declaration signed between Greece, Cyprus, and Israel to work together on the oil exploration. That is huge. We've been working on this for at least the last 5 years. We started the Hellenic Israel Alliance, and it's one of the most active and successful caucuses up in Washington, D.C. I met with the ambassador, the American ambassador, about 10 days ago for about an hour and a half. Things are progressing till we see it on paper. We're not going to say how we feel about anything. But things are progressing. President Assasiadis is doing a good job, and so far, they've kept the Turks out of it. So, in any case, we'll monitor, we'll keep pressing. We're not going to sign anything that's not good for Cyprus. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Round of Philadelphia, and there's a couple here that have done so much for Philadelphia, George and Joanna Savidis. They were both served presidents, but I've known these two people and how much they love Cyprus and how much they work. George and Joanna, just come out here to take a round of applause. We have a couple here, guys. Joanna and George Savidis.
Thank you very much, Peter. You inspire us. That's why we do what we do. I don't know, George has said many times, go back to Cyprus and run for president. And I agree. Not too late, never too late, never too late. So, Angela, thank you very much for including us. Thank you for your friendship. And we're very happy that we were able to attend tonight. And enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
I just wanted to add something that my wife missed. We knew Mr. Kontos while in the leadership of the Philadelphia organization. We went to him many times for help. He gave us generous gifts whenever we had any kind of event, dance and so on, and we want to thank you. We're here to honor you, Mr. Kontos. Thank you. Thank you.
So, future mayor of Tarpon Springs here, Mr. Arauzos, come on up here. Listen, guys, we have to learn one thing. We have to elect our own. And this is an opportunity to elect this man, mayor of Tarpon Springs.
Thank you, Mr. Christopher. First, I want to congratulate you and to welcome you to our beautiful city of Tarpon Springs, where we're keeping our Greek heritage and also are very proud to have Larnaca as our sister city. We just recently had our annual meeting, and one of the subjects that we have was, of course, Larnaca, along with the other three sister cities. It's a pleasure to knowing that Mr. Kontos is going to be honored tomorrow night. He's been, and Mrs. Kontos, he is a philanthropist, a good person, a person that we all respect, and we are very happy for you, Mr. Kontos and Mrs. Kontos. Also, would like to thank all the members of the Pan-Cyprian Association for their contribution, not only to clear water by the Tarpon Springs as well. And again, Mr. Christopher, thank you for everything you do for the freedom of Cyprus.
Thank you. We look forward to you being the mayor and continuing the sister cities. On March 5th, the Cyprus Sugar Fund is having an event in New York, and one of the honorees is someone that's here with you. Miss Connie Bablu is here. Andrea, don't be upset, Miss Connie.
Put it closer. Put the mic closer.
I was a younger lady.
Πάτε πιο κοντά.
So, and for the older generation, not the youngest, at that time, we were all running like crazy. It's 1974.
Can't hear.
We thought we would liberate Cyprus right away by running to Washington, New York, marches, fundraisers. And there was an old friend, a very wise friend. He says to me, take it easy. This thing is not going to finish today. We're not going to see the end of it. I was ready to kill him, of course. But how right he was. Here we are, 41 years later, and we're still fighting. I urge you, keep fighting until we see the end of it, see Cyprus reunited, see a good solution. I'm glad they're talking now. There is the president and the Turkish Cypriot leader. They're still talking, and as long as they're talking, hoping that there's going to be a solution. And I pledged that I wouldn't go to Cyprus until, I was there last year, but I wouldn't go again until the solution is final and I can go to put the cross on my father's grave. Thank you.
Over the past 40 years, besides dancing the classes, I want to tell you, this guy has been in every demonstration, in every event. He attended every conference in Washington, and you should support him. He deserves our support. He's a refugee from Carabas. He may be a little crazy, but forget it. I love it.
I love that.
I love him.
I love being crazy that I am. Because I think
I am among friends there, because I'm not the only one that is crazy. And we better keep on being crazy if we're ever going to free Cyprus. We better change our strategy and continue fighting until Cyprus is free. My father's remains are not in his grave, whether or not you people know about it. Okay? Philip knows that. They took his remains from the grave, another grave from the cemetery in Karabas.
Organizing himself. He was organizing events and he was raising a lot of money, and he was taking the initiative to send aid to Cyprus right a few years after the invasion. I remember I was going there, and he was a true leader in helping out the Cyprus cause. But he was active in Lambusa board for many, many years. We lost him when he came here to Florida, but I just wanted everybody to know.
All right, round of applause for Terry. But Dino was my first contact. If it wasn't for Dino, my siblings would not be here. Dino,
Philip, thank you very much. Thank you everybody. Nice to see everybody here tonight. Philip, it's always a pleasure having you in Florida. Besides the weather, we forgive you. It's okay. You're always welcome. Thank you all. Tomorrow we're going to have a great time. Thank you very much.
I'm very happy because tonight we're going to honor the Kontos couple, Evriπίδη and Ευαγγελία. I have met them. They are wonderful, wonderful people, and they have set a wonderful example because they came here from Cyprus. They made a great life together, and they show the potentiality of Cypriots and Greeks abroad. They have set an example for the younger generations to follow. So I congratulate them, and they have all our love.
The Pan-Cypriot Association of Florida is honoring a good friend of mine, Evris Kontos, and his wife, Evangelia. Thank you for all your effort. Thank you for all your contributions. Thank you 1,000 times over. You have been a person that I respect deeply, and all the time and energy you put into the Cypriot cause. If we all did that, we'd have a free Cyprus right now. So we thank you, and we're going to honor you tonight. So with that, we bring you the rest of the show.
Mr. and Mrs. Kontos, for the love that you have for our church of St. George and Newport Richie, we love you more, and we thank you for everything that you have done throughout the years, for everyone that you have helped, including all of us. We love you, we love you, we love you.
We've been friends for many, many, many years. And I am proud to have a friend like Evriπίδη, Mr. Kontos, και την Ευαγγελία also.
Evris and Evangelia, we know both of you as being so philanthropic and so kind, and you're always giving to help those that are not doing as well. Thank you for coming tonight, and we're honoring to have you.
Evriπίδη Kontos was on the board of the Cyprus Children's Fund when I was also, and we worked together. He's a great person, he's a philanthropist, and of course he deserves the honors tonight, and I salute him, and of course Evangelia too, who stood next to him all these years. I love them.
We're here today to honor two great people, Evriπίδη Kontos και Ευαγγελία. Οι δύο άνθρωποι βοηθήσανε. These two people help the community, support the Pan-Cypriot. They are from a village in the occupied areas, Karabas. I was a teacher there. That was my first appointment. And when I met Evriπίδη, it was like I was there. He's a wonderful person. May God bless.
Στον αγαπητό μου Εύρη Κόντο, το πρώτο μου αφεντικό στις Ηνωμένες Πολιτείες και τη σύζυγό του την Ευαγγελία. Θα ήθελα να τους συγχαρώ για την τιμή που τους γίνεται απόψε, να τους πω ένα μεγάλο ευχαριστώ για ό,τι έκαναν και για ό,τι συνεχίζουν να κάνουν για την Κύπρο μας. Ο Θεός να τους χαρίζει πάντα υγεία και εύχομαι στον αγαπητό μου Εύρη Κόντο πολύ σύντομα να επιστρέψει στην αγαπημένη του γενέτειρα, την Κερίνια ελεύθερη.
To Mr. Kontos and his wife Evangelia, it's a great pleasure to honor you tonight. We all know that you did so many great things for Cyprus, and you still do. We need more people like you to get involved for the Cyprus issue. We wish you good luck tonight, and hope God will give you great health for many, many years to come.
I would like to wish the best to Mr. Evriπίδη and Mrs. Ευαγγελία Κοντός. They are wonderful people. They have the Lord inside their hearts, and they are my right and left hand and both hands together. Whatever we need at St. George, they are always there. Whatever our metropolis needs and archdiocese, they are always there. May our Lord God bestow upon them and their family and their workers all the blessings of our Lord.